Now, to be productive is to have the capacity to generate results. So, if you want to be more productive, it simply means that you believe that you have the capacity or the potential to achieve better results than you are achieving now. You must value results. That's the starting point, isn't it? You must value results. You know, sometimes we celebrate effort more than we celebrate results. Now, it's good for us to celebrate the effort, you know, to celebrate how much we try in the process of achieving the results. But you know what? All of the effort will not count if you don't achieve the results. If you are someone that derives, you know, esteem just from the fact that you tried, you may not get a lot of results, okay? And ultimately, it will produce frustration. People don't care how much you tried, you know, until they see what you've achieved with your trying. In some parts of the world, it's actually a culture to celebrate effort. You hear people brag a lot about how much they tried, about what they did, even how much they prayed. But you see, the point is, what justifies all of that is what you achieve, what you accomplish at the end of the day. So if you're going to be more productive, you've got to be someone that actually focuses on the results and tries to measure the results to be sure they are commensurate to the effort. Now, if you are a strategic person, then it means that you are actually always looking for how to get maximum results with little effort. You've got to have a vision and to keep that vision in mind in taking your actions. What do I mean? Your efforts need to be directed. Your energy needs to be directed. Okay? It doesn't matter how fast you're traveling if you have not decided on your destination. See, you can start the car, you can move on the road. In fact, you can be going really fast on the road to nowhere. See? So, it's good for you to have a vision. Actually, where are you going? What are your main objectives? Who do you want to become in life? What are your goals for the next 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, or longer? When you keep your goal in mind, that will focus your energy, okay? And then whatever it is you achieve will be moving you along in the direction of your major objectives. I mean, your productivity on a daily basis should be adding to the achievement of your ultimate goals. This is very important. The other thing, and I'll tell you, there are many points that are attached to this. It's the use of your time. If you're going to be productive, you're going to get more results and faster, then you want to look at the rate at which you execute your tasks. You know what? Time is just your conversion tool. Okay? That's the tool with which you convert your efforts into results. So you want to look at how it will be possible for you to do more in less time. That's how you increase your productivity. You want to reduce the time that you spend on specific tasks. So check the use of your time. That's it. That's the starting point, okay? Check the use of your time. You've got to have goals. And you've got to give your goals deadlines, because with that you define how much time you want to invest on a particular task. Set goals. Measure how much time you invest in the achievement of each task. How long actually does it take you to cook that food? How long does it take you, to run a meeting? How long does it take you to travel that distance? You need to measure the amount of time it takes you to achieve specific tasks. So you can allocate the time you have to the tasks you want to accomplish. Almost nobody ever has enough time, sincerely speaking, to do all the things that we want to do in this world. So what do? We prioritize. You want to be more productive? Prioritize the use of your time. You have to weigh the things you want to do or the things you have to do. You always have to add weight to each item and define what is most important, what comes first, what comes second, what comes third, and make sure that you devote your time to the things that are the most important. One of the major things that makes us unproductive is interruption. And by interruption, I mean the things we did not plan for that get our attention. And whatever gets your attention consumes your time. Okay? It could be a visit by someone. It could be a phone call from a friend or relation. Some of those visits had nothing. Some of those phone calls had nothing. Okay? Entertainment has value because it's part of our recreation. But then when you spend a disproportionate amount of time on entertainment, on the internet or on social media, then you get an overdose of relaxation or enjoyment. Now the time that you should invest on your job is reduced. The time you should invest on the things that really bring progress to your life is reduced. So sometimes we invest more of our time on the things that take our money away. We don't invest enough time on the things that bring the money in. You need to pay attention to what you are investing your time in, okay? And you need to prioritize. Define what is most important. To prioritize, you fall back on your vision. Whatever will aid the achievement of that vision, whatever will help me to get to that destination that I'm going, takes priority. 2, your values, your principles, your standards. They're very important, okay? So, to a large extent, they actually help you to prioritize. If you value family, for example, then in the family, love spells T-I-M-E. You want to cultivate intimacy with your spouse, you've just got to spend time. You've got to invest time. You want to cultivate a relationship with your children, you've just got to invest time. The way children spell love is T-I-M-E. Now, how important is that to you? Okay? So you prioritize that. You invest time in it. Whatever you invest your time in is what grows. That's just the way it works. Okay? Time is one of our most valuable resources on this planet. So the things that are most important to us, we need to invest our time in those things. Use travel time to learn. Use travel time. If you are chauffeur-driven, sincerely speaking, there's a lot of work you can do while you're being driven. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe 30, maybe an hour, but that's a lot of time. You could accomplish a lot, okay? And I'm not saying that it always has to be about work. Listen, your recreation is a major part of your productivity. Very important. So maybe I should add that at this point. You need to take breaks. You want to be productive, allocate some of your time for rest. Remind yourself once in a while that you are not God. Your resources are limited. Spiritual, emotional, psychological, physical resources. Once you hit a particular optimum point, your productivity begins to go down. You know, speaking is my business. I speak a lot. And sometimes people ask me to come speak at a meeting. If it's pretty tight for me, to be able to fix the time, they say, you know what, even if it's just 15 minutes, or they say even if it's just 30 minutes. And they don't realize I don't think like that anymore. It will not cost me only 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the speaking time. There's the travel time. But the bigger one is the time it takes me to prepare for what I'm going to say. Now, talking about preparing for what to say, I found out that when I am tired, when I'm really tired, I just find it difficult to get my mind to work at optimum. Usually tough creating ideas or getting creative or innovative ideas. So I know the best thing to do, sleep. Okay? When I wake up, it's amazing how fresh my mind is, how uncluttered it is, and how easy it is for me to capture ideas. So I'm saying here that it is very important for you to take breaks if you are going to be productive. Allocate time for that. But the major part of what we have said is that if you are going to be productive, the major resource that you have to convert to success or to productivity is your time. Now you need to pay attention to what you do with your time. You've got to be laser focused on your vision, on where you're going, so that all your resources are invested in moving you in that direction. 2, you've got to learn to write goals, we have said. Thirdly, when you write goals, we said you've got to fix deadlines. Because with that, you define how much time you want to spend on a particular task. We've said you've got to watch out for interruptions and for time thieves. And you've got to reduce the time you invest in the things that don't give you the results that you want.